If there's one constant in our world, it's the sun. But take a close-up look and it's a different picture. There's no evidence that the sun has been dimming since 1985, and that's not stopped the rise in global temperature caused by the burning of fossil fuel. So scientists think that the current quiet sun is unlikely to save us from global warming. Palab Ghosh, BBC News.
Right, so if you could just treat this as you would any court of law, try to make your answers well heard for the sake of the deaf judges. Thank you very much for coming today. This is a court of investigation. Young lady, court of investigation, so please try to behave in the way that a court would expect. Yes, good. Because it's a very serious matter to consider. That's better. Now, thank you for coming today because, as you know, a very serious matter that the son has died and we want to know why. Our job is to find out who is responsible and we have reason to believe that you are involved in some way. So, who would like to start in answering the question, how did the son die? Anyone? We have it on good authority that you are in some way responsible for the son dying, and so I'd like to hear your answer to that question. How did the son die? Somebody must know something about it. Who would like to start?
Well, it's all to do with a mirror.
None of you have anything to say?
I saw Vicky push the son off the cliff.
Really?
No, because I was walking along and then he tripped over a sheep and fell off the cliff.
The son tripped over a sheep?
Yeah.
Are you blaming the son himself?
No. It was
So
a
you're
sheep's
blaming
fault.
the sheep?
Yeah.
A mirror. Perhaps you're going to explain further?
Your silence makes me presume that you must be guilty.
Indeed.
Who did the sheep belong to?
I have no idea.
Claire. It was your sheep, I believe. What was your sheep doing, tripping up the sun?
It ran away.
The sheep ran away. You weren't looking after the sheep, probably.
I was looking after the sheep, but the sheep kicked me and ran away.
This mirror, this is the object,
Well,
is it?
A fashion started, and the fashion was that you just wore lots and lots of mirrors, like on your head and stuff.
Okay.
So who has been responsible for training the sheep in how to behave?
I don't know. Got it from Japan.
The sheep came from Japan. Yes, I will have to ask a little bit more about that. So I'd like to know how these two are involved, though, because they're looking like they're wondering whether they're going to get away with this, and we all know they're involved in some way.
I don't know.
You don't know.
It burned out.
Ignorance.
It burnt out.
Of its own accord.
It burned itself out like the stars do.
We were just passing by.
I'm Beth's friend and she left a mirror at my house.
But it was an accident.
Yeah, by accident.
The leaving of the mirror at your house? Or your
At my house.
That might have
Yeah.
been an accident, but how did the mirror turn into, as you claim, a fashion trend?
A worldwide fashion trend.
Worldwide fashion
Everyone
trend.
in the human race is wearing mirrors.
Wearing
Right.
mirrors?
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone.
Can you explain how that happened, please?
Skirts.
You saw it happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do anything to prevent it from happening? So you're saying nobody was responsible?
It's
for this?
nature, it's science, it just happens.
Are you saying there was nothing you could have done?
Well, we tried running there quickly and calling, but he didn't hear us in time, and then he walked and stepped over and tripped over the sheep because it was dark and he couldn't see it.
Oh, it was dark.
It was dark. Are you sure it was dark?
It's all her fault.
It's not.
She dared me to wear the mirror on my head, and it looked quite good, so we went into school wearing them. Then everyone went and wore them. It's all your fault, not
It's
mine.
not.
But
It's Nicola's
then
fault.
it's Nicola's mum is called Victoria Beckham and she thought it was a really good idea, so then she wore it just for one day.
And then
someone took a
went back
photo.
to China, and everyone in China started wearing them too. Because
Who is this Victoria Beckham? Have you heard of her?
No.
No.
What's
Probably
going
didn't try to work.
Kate hasn't been feeding the son its 5-a-day portion of fruit and veg.
Because Jess didn't put the food out for me to feed it with.
Well, I didn't put the food out because Anna didn't get me the food in time.
Are you really taking
Because
this
Kristen
inquiry
opened the shop.
seriously?
Well, how am I? I don't have enough food.
Just
to
a
stock.
minute, please. Just a minute.
It's Annie's fault for not having the factory open, so I couldn't buy the stock.
I'm not sure you're taking this very seriously. I think you need more time to consider, because this idea of feeding the sun fruit and vegetables, I think, has nothing to do with the death of the sun, does it, really?
Last time I checked, sheep were quite bright. I mean,
Yeah.
at least
They're
white.
quite white,
and,
aren't they?
yeah.
What's confusing me the most is how the mirrors have anything to do with the death of the sun.
Precisely.
Well, what happens is, you see, wait, let me just get into
Are you feeling inclined to blame somebody yourself?
No, I actually saw Vicky do it. I'm not just wanting to blame somebody.
What used to happen is the sun used to bounce off this and go into
And when you're wearing it on your head, it
it would bounce back up to the sun, and because everyone in the world was wearing them, it bounced back off. The sun rays bounced
yeah,
off.
it was like a giant mirror.
And
the world was a giant mirror.
well done.
Well,
We couldn't exactly see the sun dying at the time because as you should know that you can't look through a telescope at the sun, otherwise you'd be blind. So by the time the sun did eventually die, we didn't realise that it was too late. So I'm sorry.
We could see its effects happening before we could help it.
Mm.
As you know, it takes a lot of money and effort to get up to the sun.
And it would take a very long time as well.
So we've seen a little bit of a change in your attitude already, because when you first came in you were saying it wasn't your fault, and now you're actually admitting that there are things that you've done. Which
No. We're saying that you can't actually look at the sun to tell that it's dying.
It bounced off and hit the sun, and it just exploded because of all the light and all the heat.
Did this happen instantly?
Well, no, it took quite a long time.
Till everyone in the world was wearing mirrors.
Did you not realise that the sun was getting damaged?
We didn't know.
We're not
though.
scientists.
When
We're just girls that want to look nice.
And you think you're achieving that, do you?
yes.
You have been negligent in this matter. You have not attended to the sun's well-being.
We try to reduce global warming.
Tried.
And are you willing to accept responsibility for the sheep's actions? You are. Well, I thank you for your honesty in that.
I think we all try to reduce global warming.
Have you? And what exactly have you done in order to reduce global warming?
We planted trees.
none of us drive a car.
We cut down on our CO2 emissions by using renewable energy sources.
And we don't talk as much
Instead
to
of
stop
gas.
CO2 coming up online.
Yeah. People use torches.
Our last torch is running a bit dry on battery,
Dry.
empty.
Torch running dry.
I think they've clearly demonstrated they're not scientists, merely
Absolutely.
unfortunate fashion victims.
Do you feel that the sheep is being made a scapegoat in this situation? On who is actually responsible for this? Because it can't just, it sounds like just one person wearing a mirror on their head would not be responsible. So, yes, well, pointing is one thing. I want explanations. Or whether you think there is some other person or group of people that is more responsible than yourselves, because if there are, we should certainly like to know.
The scientists.
The Americans.
Well, if you would go away and consider this, and then after a little break...
It's NASA's fault.
After a little break, we'll hear your answers.
Okay.
All right? Thank you for coming in today.
But scientists say that this current minimum activity by the sun may well be short-lived.
The first point to make is the fact that we don't know when the solar minimum will disappear. When does the activity start coming back? It could be tomorrow, we have no idea. But secondly, if these are issues we have to sort out, we really have to sort them out now.